upper shoulder. We usually don't encounter that in guys your age.
Thank you very much. What a nice compliment. Yeah.
Good morning.
Okay, let's go ahead and get going. Let's all, for those of you here, rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have two of our members, one's stranded in Chicago and one's stranded in Florida, so to speak. So we have a quorum, and our attorney is on the phone if we need her because she's stranded at home. So we have a small group today. First thing we have today, though, we do have a quorum. So the first thing we have on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from last week. And Chair, entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
I'll second
Been
it.
moved and seconded. Any questions or changes?
None.
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. We have bid opening. We have the chemical bid opening, so we have several bids to open and read. And so sit back and relax and enjoy the show, right? Okay. This is a bid from Pinco, yes, out of Texas. And it is no bid. That's easy. Responded but did not bid. This is a bid from Water Solutions Unlimited, and they are bidding for sodium fluoride at 99 cents per pound, delivery time 2 to 4 days. That's their bid. I'm just going to turn these over right now. Thanks. This is a bid from Water Solutions Unlimited also. And they are bidding on ammonium sulfite. That's it. Their bid on ammonium sulfite is 53 cents per pound, again with the delivery date of 2 to 4 days. This is from Roll Chemical Corporation, Roll Chemical Corporation out of Hinsdale, Illinois. And they're bidding on, I'll read these, there's several I think. Sodium hypochlorite, 69.6 cents per gallon, delivery time 2 days. And that was it. Okey-dokey. This is from J.C.I. Jones Chemicals, Sarasota, Florida. And they're bidding on sodium hypochlorite, and their bid is 67.8 cents per gallon, 0.678 per gallon. Delivery time 1 to 3 days. Let's see if they bid on anything else. Didn't look like it. Let's see. That's it. That's the only bid they're making. Only chemical they're bidding, I guess.
This company looks like they've done them all separate, so.
Pardon me?
Looks like Alexander's done them all in separate envelopes.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
Should be one per.
Okay, one for each, okay. This is Alexander Chemical Corporation, LaPorte, Indiana, and their bid for hydrochloric acid is $127 per drum, 127, 2 to 3 days delivery time. Thank you for that.
Same company.
Thank you, same company, Alexander Chemical, and they're bidding, in this case, on the sodium bisulfite, it looks like. And their bid on sodium bisulfite is $1.40.8 per gallon, so 1.408 per gallon. 2,500 gallon deliveries, it says, that's what it says, in 2 to 3 days delivery time.
Alexander as well.
Okay, this is Alexander as well, thank you. This is sodium hypochlorite. And their bid for that is 69.5 cents per gallon, 2 to 3 day delivery time. This is Chimera Water Solutions. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Chimera Water Solutions out of Lawrence, Kansas. And it looks like they're bidding for ferric chloride. Let's see what this says. Okay. And their bid for ferric chloride is $1.24 per gallon with a 3 to 4 day delivery time. I think that's the only bid they're making. Thank you. This is from ASI, Applied Specialties Incorporated out of Avon Lake, Ohio. Looks like they're bidding on sodium bisulfite. And their bid is $2.88 per gallon with a 5 to 7 day delivery time. This is, oops, you okay?
Yeah.
PVS Chemical Solutions out of Detroit, Michigan. And it looks like they're bidding for sodium bisulfite also. So let me get back to that part. And their bid for sodium bisulfite is $1.38 per gallon with a 2 to 5 day delivery time. That's the only thing they're bidding on.
Actually, same company, just a separate.
Okay, same company, PVS Technologies out of Detroit. And this bid is for ferric chloride at $1.24 per gallon with a 2 to 5 day delivery time. Thank you for that. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Thanks, Norm. So appreciate all the bidders, and Chair will entertain a motion to take these bids under advisement.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Thank you. Let me get back to my agenda. All right, thank you. Engineering, permission to advertise.
Good morning. Jeremy Grinnard, City Engineer. This morning we have 5 items of business. The first item of business is the notice to bidders for the 2021 CDBG curb, sidewalk, drive approach, and ramp replacement project. This project will utilize community development block grant funds on North 29th Street from Vinton to Longloy, as well as on the south side of Vinton from North 29th to Longloy. It essentially completes the work that we already began with the last CDBG project.
Good.
in the vicinity. The advertisement dates will be February 19th and February 26th, and the bid opening is scheduled for March 9th. We're requesting the board's permission to advertise.
Thanks, Jeremy. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the permission to advertise for the, this is always a good thing to do. I mean, we're improving gradually over time, all these curbs and ramps and all the other things. So is there a motion to approve this permission to advertise?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any questions for Jeremy on this? Do you have, I guess I've asked this probably 50 times, but do you have a list of things, order priority for the funds that are coming? I know you want to complete what you did last year, but do we know what's going to happen next after that, next after that?
We are able to, we do have some requests for the funding, but we are also able to use this funding now in low to moderate income areas, but we're also able to use it anywhere in the city for curb ramps. Probably what we're going to start doing, because we have a need with our curb ramps all throughout the city, is looking in those low to moderate income areas and starting to just replace curb ramps with them.
Okay. So that's an ongoing evaluation process to figure out what's next.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We have a motion to second. Anybody have any further questions?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Our second item of business is change order number 1, which is the final change order for the 36th Street roadway improvements. This change order is comprised of 2 parts. The first one is reconciliation of quantities, which ran $20,901.44 over the original contract amount. The primary reason for that was some additional asphalt work that we asked the contractor to do at several drive approaches and Crouch Drive, Coleman Court, those drive approaches. The second portion of the change order is due to damage to the new concrete sidewalk and curb. At night, while the contractor was not there, there's a lot of trucks in that area, UPS, FedEx, all the different trucking or industrial facilities there. Somebody was careless and drove over the new sidewalk and curb and damaged several panels, well, a number of panels of sidewalk and curb, and it was no fault of the contractor. They had the MOT set up the way they should. There was plenty of room for the trucks to get through there, but this is something that just happened while they weren't there. So the amount for that, because we already had sod down, we already had the final surface on, so they had to be almost surgically removed so that we didn't damage other work and replaced. The cost of that work is, I don't know, I have it here, just a second. $21,230.
So yeah, I saw that. And I guess it's disappointing to say the least.
It is.
On one hand, but I don't think we've ever had a situation I remember where that has happened before. So, knock on wood, we won't have it again.
No, we work to have this not happen.
Yep.
And that's why we look carefully at the maintenance of traffic so that we do have space for the trucks to drive through there and everything. But
Right. So let's get this.
This is an unfortunate incident.
May have questions or not. Change order number 1, the final change order for 36th Street Road Improvements Phase 1. Chair, entertain a motion to approve that change order.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved in second. Any questions?
In this day and age of cameras everywhere, can we identify who created the problem?
We were not able to figure out who did it.
Okay. I was going to ask another silly question, but I won't. Okay. Any further questions? Okay. Have a motion, a second. All those in favor of this change order, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Thanks, Jeremy.
Since we're on that topic, I'd like to skip down to the 5th item our fifth item on the
Sure.
agenda, which is the final completion for the 36th Street Roadway Improvement Project. Substantial completion was reached back in September of 2020 when the construction was complete. Since that time, the punch list has been completed, all inspections have been completed satisfactorily, and we're recommending approval of final payment and release of retainage.
Okay, Chair, entertain a motion to approve this approval for 36th Street roadway improvements.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved in second. Anybody have any further questions on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
All right. Our next item of business is a contract with Fisher Engineering. You may recall that back in April of 2020, we hired them to perform a study, do some surveying and a conceptual design of pedestrian improvements from the old Osco lot to the new traffic signal that's being installed as part of the Loeb Stadium project there at Main and Wallace. That was phase one of their services. That study and conceptual design are complete now, and we're moving on to the next phases of this project. The recommendation of that study was an improved pedestrian crossing, just one of the four pedestrian crossings at that intersection, which would be the west leg, and then a new widened sidewalk along the northwest side of Main Street down to the new traffic signal, and then people would be able to cross at that new traffic signal to Loeb Stadium or to the zoo or to wherever they want to go in the park.
So that's phase 2 and 3?
That's phase two.
Oh, that's phase 2, okay.
Yep. So phase two, which is this contract,
Okay,
will include the design, bidding assistance, and construction assistance for those pedestrian improvements from the Main and Cassuth intersection to the Main and Wallace intersection.
so on this motion, we're approving phase 2?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Yep.
I was a little confused on that.
Yeah, I had some markups in that PDF that didn't come through to your packet, I believe.
Okay.
It
All right.
it clearly stated what was phase two and what was phase three.
All right. Well, I have a summary that I understand that. I was just, your cover letter has them both together, and I didn't recognize that we'd be doing them separately. So this is phase 2, and this is the $16,000 project?
Yes.
Okay. So Chair, intend a motion to approve this contract for phase 2 work that Jeremy just talked about for Fisher Engineering.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any questions on this?
Just a question of curiosity. That point where the Cassuth meets Main, up from the Osco parking lot, has that piece of property ever been remediated?
You're talking about where the park is?
Where the
little
battery shop
parklet
was? Will it be in this?
No, it's not a part of these services, no.
Okay.
I think you're talking about that
The little point, the triangle.
small
Yeah,
park there
where there's a park.
Yeah.
My understanding is that there was some pollution on that point from that battery shop in the past. Just wondered if the remediation of that was gonna be part of this.
Yeah, no, it is not.
Okay.
Any other questions on this motion? On phase 2? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you. And our last item of business is for phase 3 of services with Fisher Engineering. And these services pertain primarily to the old Osco parking lot. The engineering department has internally been working to improve the parking lot to a point where it can be used for the 2021 season. So not the final improvements, but enough so that we can use it for the 2021 season. The plan is that before the first Aviators game this season, the spot where the old building would be filled in, and we would stripe the parking lot in a temporary fashion so that we could use it for 2021. And then as soon as the season's over, we would add the permanent lighting, islands with landscaping and trees, and then reconfigure the driveway approaches. This contract with Fisher includes additional survey of the parking lot, design improvements, bidding assistance, and construction assistance for the improvements to take place this fall.
Okay.
We
Great.
would like to begin the design now. The contract is a lump sum contract in the amount of $22,385, and we're requesting your approval.
Thank you. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this Fisher Engineering agreement for Phase 3 of this project.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Questions? I assume just for this year that where the building footprint was, it'll just be gravel. You just, are you,
We plan on paving it.
Do you really?
So we'll work with Fisher to make sure that we're not doing something, ripping it back out, and
Yeah.
then doing it again.
Yeah.
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 But,
I mean, it's
yeah,
temporary, so I wouldn't think you need to do a lot, but,
What we're thinking right now is that we'll get the lot to within 1.5 inches of the final surface, stripe it, and then we'll come back and we'll
Just cover
put
it
the
up.
final surface on it
Okay.
after we trench in the conduit for the lighting and things
All right.
like that.
that makes sense. Okay.
So phase 2 is the pedestrian routes, and you expect to have that done sometime in May.
Yes.
And then the parking lot will be in transition through the end of, into the fall.
Yes,
Okay,
that's correct.
just want to be clear for me. Thanks.
Okay, we have a motion, a second, correct? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate it. Economic development. Who's doing this one? Okay, well, we have a request for IDEM VW project funding. This is, anybody have any, can we go ahead and do this without anybody advocating for the program here? Okay, all right. So the agreement is in your packet. This is part of the settlement. If you remember, VW did because they falsified diesel emissions information, and they had billions of dollars that were funneled back into the various communities, and this is $36,000 of those funds that we're able to utilize. And I think that Dennis and Economic Development Department are putting it into electric vehicle fueling stations.
For the new police station parking garage.
For the new police station parking garage, okay.
That's incorporated into the plans.
It says actually that, and Loeb Stadium, Columbian Park too.
Okay.
So that's what the cover letter says. So, but there's multiple stations at each there's multiple opportunities to fuel at each station, I guess. Okay. So this is going to be a matching program. We have $36,000 of their money, and it'd be at $40,037 of the city funds for the total project cost of $76,037. Now, does anybody have any? If we can table this, if you're not comfortable in talking about it, Amy, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah,
Norm,
I
are
don't
you-
have a problem with it.
Okay, are you okay? So I'm okay with going ahead with this, and if we have any questions from Dennis, we can get those clarified. I did have actually a question to find out because each electric car seems to have a different fueling mechanism. And I was just curious how to, there's a level 2 electric vehicle charging station, what that means. So we'll go ahead and approve this, and maybe we can have some clarification, Mindy, if we could, from Dennis on what level 2 electric what that means specifically. He'll know that. So Chair, entertain a motion to approve this, subject to that clarification. Let's put it that way.
Move for approval.
Second?
Second.
Moved in second. Anybody have any further questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Parks Department.
Morning, Claudine Loftman, Park Superintendent. I get to bring you guys all the exciting things, lagoon sludge, restrooms.
Yeah, that's right.
This morning, you have before you a contract for architectural design services with Keystone Architecture for a new restroom project in Columbian Park. We are planning on building a new restroom building essentially on the footprint of the existing Jenks Rest site because Jenks Rest will be coming down soon. These restrooms will serve Columbian Park on that east side. We have 15 shelters over there. Of course, we're making all the improvements to Memorial Island, the new stage. So we're building a very nice restroom building. The major components of this contract include the following: the design of ADA compliant restrooms that will feature both men's and women's facilities along with family restroom. And it also includes bidding and construction administration services. The maximum price for this contract is $23,500 with work to begin on February 16th. We do anticipate the completion of this project in late 2021. So at this time, I would like to request your approval.
Okay, Chair, entertain a motion to approve this agreement with Keystone Architecture for these restroom facilities at the park.
Move for approval.
Second?
Second.
Questions? Anybody?
This is time and materials.
It is, no, it's not to exceed. They're $23,500.
But it's not a lump sum contract.
No.
Okay. That's my only question.
Okay. So we're going to be tearing down the old Jinx Rest building.
That's correct.
Okay, all right.
And that will be coming soon, and that's actually going to be facilitated by the street department in a cost-saving
Sure.
measure.
Okay, good.
We've been
Well,
in there
this'll-
harvesting everything that we possibly can.
I would guess this will be, this restroom facility will be well used, I would guess. We have a motion, a second. Anybody have any further questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Thank you.
you.
Thanks, Claudine. Claims, Tim?
Good morning, Tim Clary, Controller. The Controller's Office has reviewed the claims in the amount of $4,294,314.98. We ask for your approval.
Thank you, Tim. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Questions on claims?
Boy, you sure made up for last week.
That's right. 1 week out of the office, and wow.
As Norm's looking, Tim, I had a question on
Sure.
Big 15, and it's about the, I think it's on Big 15, forest equipment. Where is it here? They're about forest commodities,
Yes.
which is that number that we're paying for that? Is that typically an annual number one? Number two, is that typically in line with what we pay, what we spend for that?
That is.
Okay.
The last time that we had a major mulch grinding from Forest Commodities was back in October of 2019, and the amounts were very similar.
Okay.
105 hours, and one of the savings mechanisms that we have with letting Forest Commodities do this is that the Parks Department has been using the mulch. It is double ground now, and so
Good.
we're able to
Utilize it, yeah.
Yes, to utilize that in the parks. It's satisfactory for their
Okay.
use.
I have a question, Tim. I'll just continue on Big 20. And this is city consultants. It's, and it just says grant consulting fees. I wasn't sure what that meant. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know what project that's for.
Right, and I don't recall her name, but she frequently consults with Michelle Reynolds and Valerie at LHA.
Okay.
In terms of home and CDBG funding.
Right.
And her business is City Consultants and Research. So it's a common expense that we have on an annual or semi-annual basis.
Okay. So
Yep.
it's for the housing folks. Okay. And then my last one's on 25. And this is Christopher Burke. And I just had a question. I should know this, but what's SW2?
Okay. That is the Stormwater Consortium with
Okay.
Purdue, the county, West Side, and us. And
Stormwater,
Right.
okay.
They meet occasionally and discuss plans, and
Okay.
Burke mediates that meeting.
Okay. All right, thank you. I don't have any further questions.
On Big 17, the new access point for all stations, CDW Government. Can you explain that to me?
Yes, in all 9 of the fire stations, they all received an upgrade for the wireless access points. It's a Cisco system router type. They run about $700 a piece.
Okay. On Big 19, Lafayette Neighborhood Housing Services, there's loan servicing fees. Maybe I've missed it before. I don't remember encountering that before. They're small amounts.
Yeah, we typically have those with the home program where we get charged some small amounts for servicing those fees and loans.
I just didn't recall having seen them before.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time.
I think that may be it. Let me work my way to the last page. I'm good.
Okay, thanks. Amy, anything? Okay. So I have a motion, a second. All those in favor of the claim, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Thank you. I guess, not favor of the claims, a favor of paying the claims. I think that's what I should say.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Tim. We have a miscellaneous request, a banner request for the Indiana Fiddlers Gathering, and let me pull that up, the date of that, so they can hang the banner up here, and they want to hang it for a 2-week period, and that would be August the 3rd to the 17th. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this banner request.
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Thank you. Anybody else have any other comments or business for the board this morning? Jeremy?
I can give you a little bit of an answer to the level 2 question about the
Okay.
chargers.
Good, thank you.
I looked it up while I was sitting here, so it's not that I knew ahead of time, but
You didn't need to admit that. You
there-
could have said, I just knew this.
there's level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 is the slowest charging. Level 3 is the very quick charging that's like in 45 minutes or whatever. Level 2 adds about 25 miles of range per hour.
Okay,
So
all right.
if you're at the park for a couple hours, that would add 50 miles of range for you.
Okay.
Or if you're parked over in the garage for an 8-hour day, that would be almost
Interesting.
200 miles. So
Okay, that's great. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate that.
I am still interested in the question that Gary posed about adapting stations to different types of charging systems and vehicles. So if that can be pursued, I was not aware. I thought maybe it was a one-size-fits-all.
And it may be. I don't know either. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking the question. I assume that they were different, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Okay, anything else for the board today? If not, meeting stands adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Be safe out there.
Put these back together?
No, just, I'll, let me do it.
Okay.